Hey everybody, I hope you're doing great and welcome back to another episode of Dad's Budget Bites, that kitchen where budget meets flavor. Today I'm going to be taking everything you love about stuffed peppers, rolling it, combining it into one quick, easy, and flavor-packed skillet. So let's go. Here's everything we're going to be using today to put this delicious 1 p.m. meal together. For more information, including the full recipe with instructions, servings, and cost, be sure to check out the video description. There's just a teeny tiny amount of prep work that needs to be done prior to jumping into the fun cooking part, and that involves chopping up your peppers. I kept mine pretty sizable because it fits the theme of what we're doing. So you just want to chop those up. Secondly, you want to mince up your garlic. I'm using a garlic press, so I'm just going to run it through that. I love using that thing. And then lastly, you just want to dice up your onions. I'm going with a small sweet onion. Now that we got that little bit of boring yet very fast prep work out of the way, now it's time to get to the fun stuff. So what you want to do is you want to break out your large 12-inch frying pan. I like going with nonstick because this is using cheese. So get that warming up on a medium heat for a few minutes. And now it's time to add the onions. So we can get the onions in there now. Definitely nice and hot. And the ground beef, we could just get that in too. In goes the ground beef. Break up the ground beef, brown the onions and the ground beef while it's cooking. This has been cooking up now for about 6 minutes. It's looking awesome. If you want to drain the excess grease, now would be a good time. I'm going to keep what's in here because it adds a nice flavor. So once you get that out of the way, now's a good time to add the peppers. So this is 2 medium bell peppers. In those go. And our 2 cloves of garlic. That's 1. And that's 2. Now we just want to stir this in for another 30 seconds or so. And then we could jump to the next thing. This is looking incredible already. Now what we want to do is add our tomato sauce. So I have 8 ounces of tomato sauce here. And that goes. Diced tomatoes. I went with petite diced tomatoes for smaller chunks. So in that goes. One teaspoon of Italian seasoning. 2 or 3 quick dashes of garlic powder. Salt and pepper to taste. A little bit of salt. And a little bit of pepper. I have 3/4 of a cup of water here. I'm going with minute rice, so it uses less water. And I'm going to add most of that and save the rest. Because we have so many other things giving off additional liquids, you're better off adding a little bit at a time and then add more if you need to. So that's most of 3/4 of a cup. Then you want to bring this up to a simmer. It's already at a simmer. So now we're at the point where we could stir in the rice and cover this. One cup of minute rice, and it goes. Stir, combine everything. Because I'm using minute rice and it goes a lot quicker, this is only going to need about 5 to 7 minutes. So you want to cover it, stirring it occasionally. If you're going with traditional rice, just bear in mind you probably need an extra 10 or 15 minutes. And you need additional water as well. On goes the lid, stirring occasionally, and I'll check back with you guys in 5 to 7 minutes. Our minute rice been cooking now for about 6 minutes and it's looking incredible. So now we're done with the top. We could remove that. Most of the liquid's absorbed, some is still there, and that's what you want. So I only added a 1/2 cup of additional water. Again, just to explain a little bit, the diced tomatoes with the juices, the peppers, the onions, the ground beef, all that stuff gives off extra liquid. So you just kind of want to factor that in. So today I only used a 1/2 cup of water. This is looking good. And now I have a half cup, or excuse me, I have a full cup of shredded cheddar. We're going to stir half of that right in. So we're stir that in now. That looks like about half. Oh, I did forget to mention also, once this comes up to a simmer, when you cover it, you just want to lower the heat from a medium to a low or a medium low, depending on, how hot your burners get. You got to find that sweet spot, that magic number on your particular stovetop. For me, it was a 2. It kept that nice simmer going. Geez, everything you love about stuffed peppers in a skillet. Here we go. Now we could just turn the heat right off. And we're going to top it with the remaining cheese. So about a half cup of remaining cheese here. I fibbed. I said a minute ago we're done with the lid. We just need it for 2 or 3 more minutes. We're going to cover it now, allow for that cheese to melt. I have the heat off, but it's still on the burner, so it's still getting residual heat. I'll check back with you guys in 2 or 3 minutes. That top cheese should be nice and melty. All right, everyone, about 2.5 minutes later, now it's time for the unveiling. Voila! Look at that. Looks incredible. Put this together in about 15 minutes. I wasn't counting, but I think start to end, because we went with the minute rice, this took about 15 minutes. So you can't ask for a quicker meal. If you love stuffed peppers, you're going to absolutely adore this. Now it's time for your dad joke fix. This is one of my absolute all-time favorites. I've been telling this joke for at least a good 20 years, maybe more, even before I was a dad. I hope you like it, so here goes. What do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Now back to business. If you're looking for a quick, cheap, and easy meal that also looks very nice, very pleasant on the eyes, I don't think you could honestly do much better than this. It checks off all the boxes. This is great for presentation, but don't take my word for it. You be the judge. Let me give you a quick close-up of home. Oh, that's still pretty hot. Looking good. All that additional liquid is now absorbed. No additional liquid left. Looking good. Before serving this up, you just want to give it a good 10 to 12 minutes to cool. 1, so you don't burn your mouth. And then 2, it's going to give that sauce some additional time to thicken up. And with that being said, we could taste it and see how we did. Oh, this looks incredible. Look at that. Got a little bit of everything here. Down the hatch. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I grew up eating Stouffer's stuffed peppers as a kid. This is bringing up very fond memories of that. If you love stuffed peppers, if you made your own, or if you tried the frozen variety and you like those, you're going to absolutely fall in love with this. Try it at home. Let me know what you think. Share your feedback. But yeah, this is 100% a hit. If you enjoyed this video and you got anything out of it, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up. I do appreciate it. Share it with your friends and family. I'm trying to get the Dad's Budget Bites word to spread a little quicker, but I need your help in order to do that. Drop me a comment. I always love hearing what's on your mind and your feedback. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And then lastly, be sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. And until next time, I'll see you all next time. Have a great day.